What is science? Today, we're going to explore something very exciting. We'll learn about how scientists use their minds to learn about the world that God has created. To start, let's think about this big question. How can you use your mind to learn about God's world? We will come back to this question throughout the lesson. By the end, we will all have an answer. What is science? Science is all around us. It's the study of the world God made. It helps us understand His creation and the wonderful things He has done. Can anyone tell me what a scientist does? A scientist is someone who uses their senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell to study God's world. They use the tools and the tests to solve problems. Just like scientists, you can use your own minds to learn too. God gave us minds to help us discover and care for His creation. Let's explore matter and motion. This is the title of our first unit. The science textbooks is divided into 3 units. Each unit is divided into chapters. Our first unit is matter and motion. How many chapters does it have? That's right, 4 chapters. What pages does chapter 1 begin in? Chapter 1 begins in page 1. How about chapter 3? What page does it begin in? Chapter 3, How Matter Changes, begins in page 36. This is the first page of our textbook and it's called Contents. This is a table of contents, and this is where you will be able to find what units the textbook has, what chapters, what are their names, and what pages you can find each chapter. Where is the scientist? What is he doing? Well, this scientist is studying birds in Canada. A scientist who studies birds is also called an ornithologist. Look at the vocabulary terms in chapter 1. They are in bold letters. Science. Science is a study of the world around you. What is the other vocab word? That's right, scientist. Scientist is a person who uses his senses to study God's world. Made in God's image. In Genesis 1:26, the Bible tells us that God made man in his image. The word image means likeness. This doesn't mean we physically look like God, but that we are like him in other ways. God thinks, he loves, he speaks, and he created people with the ability to think, love, and speak as well. God made all people in his image. Humans are special because of this, because they are in his image. Animals, for example, are not made in God's image. They cannot do the things humans can do, like create art, solve problems, or care for others in the same way we can. This is why God created man to dominion over the animals and why people are responsible for caring for creation. Let's read Genesis 1:28. Fill the earth and bring it under your control. That means dominion. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky. Rule over every living creature that moves along the ground. When you care for the earth, who are you obeying? God. That's right. In Mark chapter 12, verses 30 and 31, we learn the two greatest commandments. Let's read it. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Love him with all your mind and with all your strength. Verse 31. And here is the second one. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. There is no command more important than these. So in Mark 12, we learn the two greatest commandments. The first one is to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. The second is to love your neighbor as we love ourselves. These two commandments are the heart of everything we do. We are called to love God by obeying his commandments, and we are called to love others by helping them, caring for them, and treating them as we would want to be treated. Loving others is something that science can help us do. Science helps us fulfill the second commandment by helping others. Scientists can use their knowledge to create things that make life better for people, such as medicine and technology and inventions that improve our daily lives. By studying God's Word through science, we can help others, which shows our love for them as God has commanded us. Who designed and created the earth? God did. How did God design and create nature to be? Well, he created it to be perfect and good. God designed the parts of nature to work together. Just like this video of machine gears. This video shows the gears working together in a machine. Each gear has teeth and cogs that fit into the teeth of the other gear. Let's look at that video again. And each gear turns and helps the other, and that makes the machine work. None of the gears work by themselves. They rely on each other in the same way we are meant to work together, helping one another. God designed his creation to work together in perfect harmony, just like these gears. When we do our part and help others, everything works better together, just as God intended. Let's stop and read page 4 and 5 in your textbook.